Hello, I'm Ken Oxley, the Deputy Editor of the Sunday Sun, and I'm here with Coreena Ford, our Chief Reporter, for our regular look at the weekly newspapers from around the region. We're going to start this week, Coreena, with the Hexham currant. This story that they ran last week about market traders being told to be quiet went worldwide.
Yes. Hexham currant did absolutely fantastically on this. We even ran our own little piece on it as well. They're only allowed to shout twice a week, bless them. Anyway, somebody wrote a poem about this, a chap called William Foster from Ireland, and we've got a copy of it here. So it's quite a long poem, but I'll give you just a taster of it. Pipe down, the council shouted, very quietly of course, for Hexham has a market that's been noisy without pause. Throughout the course of centuries, when traders sold their wares to tourists and to locals who relished oral blares. That's enough, I think. It goes on. It's quite a long one. It's fantastic.
There's some tortured rhymes in there, but it's fantastic that somebody bothered to do that.
Just goes to show the appeal that story had, really.
Indeed. Another really good story in the currant on page 3 this week. Hexham has the UK's first ever swimming pool that's heated with biomass fuel.
Yes.
And it's cost £8 million. But what do we like most about this story?
The picture. They could have done a really, really dry picture of just like two people shaking hands.
A dry picture of a swimming pool?
Oh, yeah, okay. Sorry, pardon the pun. But what they've actually done is managed to position the Tyler Council leader, Harold Foster, and the Vice Chairman of North Country Leisure, Rob Lewis, sat at a coffee table with flippers on.
There's a lot of effort gone into that.
Up, yeah.
It's absolutely, and it's good that the two councillors were willing to play a ball.
Very game for
brilliant.
that. It's a really good pick.
Yes. So moving on to the Darlington and Stockton Times, very good edition of the paper on Friday. Lots of cracking stories in there. One which we'll have to be a little bit careful with when we talk about it because it is it's a current court case. But if it's true, it's absolutely shocking. What we have here is a situation where a 19-year-old has been accused of shining a laser beam in at a pilot while flying an aeroplane.
Yeah.
So, and the allegation is that the pilot was temporarily blinded.
Yeah, and the co-pilot had to actually land the plane.
Yes.
It's not the first time this has happened. I've heard this. This has happened elsewhere around the country. I have no idea why anyone would allegedly like to do this.
But as you say, it's happened before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, taking this situation to one side, what sort of moron shines a laser beam at a pilot? Unbelievable, isn't it?
It beggars belief, quite frankly.
It really does.
Yeah.
Moving on, there's another great story. I think it's a good story on page 3 of the DNS Times. This is Gurning has returned to Hamsterley Village.
Yes, 90 years. They haven't had their Gurning festivals there, but now it's come back. So I'm wondering what's happened in the last 90 years. Have they just seen that Hamsterley is full of far too pretty people? Can't possibly have a Gurning competition there. But
they've been too straight-faced for too long, and now it's time to be silly.
Indeed, and they got a good picture of a wee lassie having a go.
And a snippet on the front page as well of the DNS Times, which appealed to me, is that a boomerang, which is believed to have belonged to Captain Cook, is up for auction for £60,000. This is Captain Cook was, of course, his first voyage was 1770, so it's took 238 years for this boomerang to come back.
It's not very good then, really, is it? Yeah, I don't think I'd be putting in for that one.
Excellent. Okay, and finally, we love our eccentric sports in the north of England.
Oh, yes.
And we have here the Northumberland Gazette. It's got a fabulous picture spread on their annual Raft Race, which is a brilliant event.
I like the gorillas best.
Yeah.
So how do you pick your costume? I know. Let's dress as gorillas.
Well, it's a great thing.
On a raft.
The great thing about this event is, it happens every year. The whole thing is you build your own raft from any spare materials you have, and then you dress up as well. It's a brilliant spectacle, and long may it continue.
Yeah, I want to take part next year. I think we should have a Sunday Sun team taking part in there.
What a good idea.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. If you have any comments at all on any of the stories in the Sunday Sun or indeed in these newspapers that you want to share with us, go to our forums and follow the links there and you can make a comment. Or, of course, you can comment by email at scoop.sundaysun at ncjmedia.co.uk, or you can call us on 0191 201 6201.